once again time to start talking about festival lineups. Today we're going to be reacting to the brand new Slam Dunk 2024 announcement. Obviously, a lot of things went down this year at Slam Dunk. A lot of bad things to do with traffic, overcrowding. There's been a lot of it. I've not made any videos on that because I wasn't there, so it doesn't really nothing to do with me. Like, one of the main issues people had with this year's Slam Dunk was that it was so full. It was sold out, and obviously the traffic as well. A lot of people didn't even get in the end. They just turned away because they were waiting so long. They missed most of their favourite bands and they didn't get in. That must have been terrible, and they're obviously working on everything to make it a lot better next year. I've got faith that they're gonna, improve a lot of things. Don't let it cloud your judgment too much if you did go this year and you want to go next year. Just give it another shot. I'm sure they'll have improved on things next year. There's no way that they can't really after that, because that would risk losing a lot of loyal, people that have been going each year. People in the comments will say they're not gonna go again, then they'll go again. It kind of works like that. I've got faith in them that they're gonna pull it off next year. Get onto this lineup anyway. Yumi at 6 are headlining. This is already a controversial one straight away. A lot of people probably are a bit underwhelmed by this one. A lot of people, well, I've seen a lot of comments already. A lot of people are very underwhelmed by this one. They think it's boring. I kind of expected it. These guys were actually one of my guesses for someone who should headline Slam Dunk next year. They've been big in the scene for years. A lot of people maybe don't like some of their new music. I really like their new album. I really like some of their new music, and I'm really excited about this one. They've never, by any means, never been one of my favourite bands, but I'm starting to like them a lot more now. So yeah, I'd just say, if you aren't really excited about this one, give them a chance, or if you don't want to, go see one of the other bands that headline in one of the other stages if that suits you better. All American Rejects, another band that I've never really listened to, obviously another one that's really big in the pop punk emo scene again. I don't really like this band. I've always just been one of those two-hit wonders that always get played in the clubs. It's always boring, but a lot of people go for it. Obvious perfect fit for Slam Dunk either way, regardless of what I think. And I know they're going to be really popular with a lot of other people, so yeah, this is a fine booking. It's like Girls. I actually used to listen to these in like 2012, 2013. Not anymore. I don't think they've really got that many new songs since then, to be honest. They've not really done a lot in their whole career, but when they were doing stuff in their career back then, they were pretty big pop punk band. Great Escape is a great song, and I Love Drunk as well. Really like those two songs, so if I don't see them for anything else, it'll be for those two songs, obviously. We've got We the Kings. I think this is a pretty popular one as well. Never actually listened to them, so maybe I'll check them out, maybe I'll like them. I can't even read that bottom one on that thing. I can't even read it, so I'm not gonna try, but I mean, I assume someone knows who that is. Let me know in the comments who that is. On to the other sort of main stage. I want to say the heavy stage by what's kind of on it, but then again, not all of them are that heavy on this stage. So, my favourite bands in existence right now, I Prevail, headlining, which is so cool for me. This is definitely the #1 sell point for me that I would go for. Absolutely love I Prevail. Just doing so much right now. They're only getting bigger, and this is a well-deserved slot. I think a lot of people will certainly be excited for I Prevail. There's going to be some insane pits. Funeral for a Friend, another big one like I'm saying the same thing for every band, so let's just say they're another big band, well known in the scene. Yeah, not one that I really ever got into either, to be honest with you. I probably should have. They're probably one of those ones that my generation sort of knows a lot, but I just don't. I've listened to them a few times, nothing really stands out to me that much, but yeah. There's another one of my favourite bands of all time, Asking Alexandria. It's really cool to see them on a Slam Dunk lineup. I don't think I've ever seen them on one. This has been a long time coming, in my opinion. I know that a lot of people don't like their new music. It's certainly, nothing is going to compare to those first two albums for a lot of people. I honestly recommend, if you really listen to them in a while, just give their new album a go, and I think it'll shock you. I think it'll shock you in a good way, and it might actually get you more excited to see them again, because these guys, they're still really good. They're still a really good band, and they deserve this. Set It Off. I don't care about Set It Off really. Yeah, I mean, they're okay. They're certainly they're going to be a popular one for sure. We've got Water Parks headlining, which is fucking awesome. Love Water Parks. I don't know if I can call these a pop punk band anymore, because they're so different now to what they were doing at the start of their career to what they do now. They really are one of those experimental ones, and I really appreciate that. The way they change throughout each album, the way they've evolved, is something that's pretty rare, I think, in this. Just do it differently, they hit differently, and I've really grown to love this band. Another one that's going to be popular, I can just tell, Pele Royale. I've listened to these a few times, not really into them, but obviously another one that's going to be strong. The Pale Royal, we've got Pale Waves. I've been waiting to see Pale Waves on a lineup that I actually want to go to for ages. Like, I've been hoping that they get put on Slam Dunk or Download for the last few years since I got into them. They're going to be one of the highlights for me for sure. Then we've got Bob Villain. Does that say Rory and RTO? Don't know any of those really. Stage every year, without fail, has very similar bands on it, if not the exact same bands that are on it every single year. I swear these bands are on the lineup every year. Like, how many times have we seen the Interrupters, Goldfinger, Pennywise? It's really funny to me that Slam Dunk love these bands so much. Like, they must sell a lot of tickets for the older people. I think nothing for me on this stage. We've got the Bouncing Souls, the Selector, the Skints, and Mad Caddies. Again, seen these names pop up a few times I think before. It's not into punk really. Punk is not my thing. It's just the punk rock stage, isn't it? And it's all for a certain fan base that I'm not part of. Finally, onto what I assume is the smallest stage at the festival. Got the Wonder Years, Mom Jeans, LS Dunes, La Dispute, and One Step Closer. Does that say? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know any of those bands apart from the Wonder Years. Mom Jeans I've heard are pretty cool. A lot of comments happy about this one. Bands that I could certainly give a go, just so I've got some bands to watch earlier in the day maybe. I've got about 6 main bands on that lineup that I'm excited to see so far, which is really good for a first announcement, I think. Like, 5 on there that are actually bands that I really actively listen to. One that's just one because I used to listen to them and I'll appreciate a few songs. Yeah, it's a really good one. I don't really understand a lot of the negative comments so far, to be honest, because like the All American Rejects, Boys Like Girls, tell me how that isn't a good Slam Dunk lineup. And even this Pennywise Goldfinger thing, tell me how that's not. They're all perfect Slam Dunk bands. So what are people actually wanting? I'm not really that worried about this one selling out so fast due to a lot of the comments I've seen so far. There's certainly a lot of negativity, but when isn't there really? When isn't? It's always a bunch of people saying they hate it, it's a weak lineup, but they still end up going anyway, let's face it. I've pretty much convinced myself that I'm doing Slam Dunk no matter what next year. I really want to do it, I miss it. Can't wait to see who they announce next. We've been positive about this one. This is a good start of a lineup, I think it is. There'll be a lineup out there for everyone next year, whether that's Trees, Bloodstock, Download, or Slam Dunk, or even Leeds and Reading. Please feel free to subscribe if you're brand new here. I make a lot of festival content and a lot of festival vlogs at Slam Dunk and Download particularly. You know, concerts, festival lineup reactions, it's all here. It's certainly the main thing I do on this channel. And see you again real soon for some more festival content.